Okay, recording answer, yes. Hello everybody, my name is Screaming Alex and welcome back once again to White Day, a labyrinth named school. So I know I should have been recording 12 minutes, but I am having a bit of trouble with my Microsoft account because you guys do not know I played that through the Game Pass on the computer, of course. Also, I'm going to also have to purchase $25 version on Steam. And for free over $25. So, I'm pretty sure all I need is probably just change the password again, and then I'll probably fix everything, but I decided to go ahead and try and do this one first, because I don't know if this one's going to hate me or not like last time. Because you remember last video, my OBS and my capture card hated me. Kept going in and out, stop recording, then resuming again. It was really acting weird. And there we go. The screen on my monitor over here went black. I was about to say, seriously. So, like I was trying to say, I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad. There was a bit of footage that did get cut out because of this. None of them were really that important, just mostly were like hiding and looking around. Okay, seriously? Stop going like that. And it's already, are you serious? Give me a minute. Fixed it again. That is really getting annoying. To be fair, I have a cheap capture card that was like $30. But to be fair, I didn't want to buy like the $100 Elgato version. As long as it works, I'm happy. But it does get annoying. Or, what was that? Whoa, hold up, give me a minute, y'all. Seriously, what is going on with this capture card? Okay, oh. There we go. That is really getting annoying. Let's just get into the game. Like I was saying, the only thing that got kind of cut out was, yeah, I did go to the roof and went to this pool where there's a little cutscene showing that there was something in the pool. I tried to see if I could maybe swim, but no. I wasn't able to, so. Normally I try and continue the story, but I think now might be time to actually look back and do a few things. Probably the biggest thing I need to actually do first is there is a ghost encounter I need to do before anything else. Because if I continue with the story, apparently I'm going to miss it. I think it's supposed to happen when I go back to the main building. I still need to do that anatomy body thing over there. I still need to do that ghost encounter again. Wait, isn't my music in game even working? Okay, it is. Do I have any healing items? Nothing except for a mercy kit, but I don't want to use that on here. Supposed to be ghost encounter like with this. Okay, I think I know what a ghost counter is. This is an endless thing, isn't it? Yep, I think it might have. That was not there before. This is definitely an encounter of some kind. Claw marks. No, 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 no. No, 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 I do not want to hear no random girl singing. Why does everything hate me? Why? Is something chasing me? I do not like that pause. It's 12 in the afternoon and I feel like it's already too early for me to be doing this horror stuff. Did you just say chop off my head? I don't understand what is supposed to be happening here. Okay, something happened. That was new. She yelled something, then some of my character's heartbeat just went up. Did that trigger an encounter? Was that considered to be encountered now that she did the yelling thing? I'm gonna try the menu again and see if now it works or something like that. And I just realized something. If she's there, then does that mean I can't do the backtracking thing like I had planned to do this episode? Shit. Let's see, shall we? Whoa, whoa, you are very new. And you have a tail. I'm confused. That ghost encounter was just a looping hallway with scratch marks on the wall and a girl singing then yelling. Did I miss something? I didn't see a girl with a tail anywhere. She's New's ghost, and that was supposed to be an encounter, so I guess she's the hallway scratch mark ghost? Okay. I'll just go with it. Okay, so I can't get past her. I think I need an item. Which means I do need to progress the story. But I do think if that's the case, then she probably is the ghost that I need to do first before continuing with the story then. She's the one blocking the way. Calm yourself, humanly. Okay, so if I remember, what was the last thing I needed to do? No, this was it. World time zones. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so I think... Oh god, this puzzle's gonna be complicated. I think I need to go to the clocks or the picture... Oh, I am sorry. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so, sorry, but I had to go help out my folks, so... I think that's what I need to do next, is to set the clocks to their represent time based on what this says. That might be a bit difficult, so... I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause the video and I'll bring you guys back when I finish the puzzle. Because I don't know if this puzzle is going to be 20 minutes or just 5 minutes. Either way, it'd probably be a boring thing for you guys to watch, so I'll see you guys in a minute. You again? I think I need to find her like a few more times. So the thing was, she was here when I first got here. Are you serious? Go ahead and do it, lady. Yeah. You know, I get really tired of that. Give it a true finder things. See you guys in a minute as well, unless I find a girl again somehow. Okay, so I think I might have found something. So I went over here and put in the seed deed. What did I get? Secret school. Okay, I'll read all this stuff after I get done with all of this. See you guys in a minute. We'll try and actually do the... I got the clock puzzle. Took a good bit. Okay, I was wondering what was in here. A L-rod? What's an L-rod? And a spirit bell. Okay. Huh? I'm sorry. Miscellaneous. Okay, so I found a few different things. I found a small yellow key. I might be able to combine that with a red key I got like a while back in the first room. I don't know what the L rods are for. Miscellaneous. Could this be for if he... No. Wait, no, I thought you were gone. You! So mean! Yeah, I'm out. I did want to do some backtracking, but jeez. Now that I got those, can I get through here now? What's the purpose of those items? Spirit bells and miscellaneous is probably for a ghost thing. Let me see if I can use it for this. Maybe this is why I needed to actually get to my actual location. I'm not seeing scratch marks. Oh no. Wait, no, this is different. This is different. Yeah, this is different. Okay, so yes, it worked. Thank God. Okay. Now that I know that works, time to do some backtracking. I'll see you guys when I get to any ghost encounters I might get. See you guys. Okay, I'm back over here. Well, I was supposed to find one another time. I think this is it. That or maybe... Wait, let me look at these other windows first. Why is this one not triggering? Or am I in the wrong place? Give me a second, y'all. I think this is supposed to be it. But I'm not getting anything. Wait, there's noise. Bye. Well, that's one ghost encounter. I got a few items, including some documents. I'll read those at the end of the video when I do the whole look through the ghost collection stuff. See you guys when I get more items. Okay, so. I've gained a lot of items and a lot of documents and stuff. I'll show you guys those at the end of the video when I do the collection stuff. But like I said, ghost encounters. So this one, I think I messed up last time. I did the process right, but I think I didn't get it triggered on the collection because he got me. God, that is nauseating though. Is he gonna come at me or? Am I doing this right? Oh, whoops, Uh-oh. Everything froze again. Give me a minute, y'all. Try to fix. Okay, I fixed it again. Why won't he do anything? Am I doing this wrong? Or maybe because he's here. Okay, I need it. I think I know what might have went wrong here. Never ghost encounter. Uh.
You can't leave this place forever.
Okay, so a little rundown. I tried the anatomy dummy thing ghost again many different times. It was not working. I don't know what's going on with it. I definitely get exhausted while the Bunsen burner's on, but it wouldn't move. Instead, the Bunsen burner would just go out over a few seconds, like someone blew on it, but it wouldn't start walking like I tried to do that last time. Did I do something wrong? I tried looking into it, but it just told me that I did exactly what it said to do. The only bug I found that could happen with it is that it would still chase you. I don't understand. Maybe I need to try that one another time then. Well, there's probably more stuff I need to find, so I'm going to continue looking around real quick. See you guys in a minute. Found another one. I think this is the one who's been lying around in the... Okay then. I'm continuing looking around just in case. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay. I've been playing this game non-stop for like the last few hours. Well, yeah, a few hours. Trying to get all this, that, and this, and these ghost encounters. A lot of it got edited out because obvious reasons. Because I mostly just try to get like items for ghosts or stuff to get ghost stories. Because those are like the main things I want to get. I'm not trying to get 100% on this game. I want to get at least what's considered true or good ending. I don't know how many endings this game has. The thing I want to get the most were the ghost encounters and the ghost stories. So I do have the ghost stories that I got from this episode, which were quite a few. Oh great, are you serious? And of course my game freezes, I don't know. Okay, have it fixed again? That's good to use ghost stories, so let's see, which one was the one I remember doing last time? Where's it beckons me? I already did that one. Okay, that one was that one. Just the one about the second place. Say love. Okay. I think this... Okay, here we go. These are the ones I have not read yet. So, The Secret Pond. A long time ago, there used to be a small pond between the main building and the auditorium. They say that the pond was created by a bomb during the war. Seriously? It had obliterated a refugee tent that had been pitched there. Ah, why? Why? Such a bad idea to make a pond for that. No. Obviously, every refugee in the tent died. Ugh, it was said that the bottom of the pond was tainted red with their blood. Huh. There's another story about the pond as well. If you write to your crush, ask them to come to the pond if they show up, you'll live happily ever after with them. A warning though, if your crush does show up, then you'll die by the pond's curse. Ooh. Dang. Love sucks. Says a guy who was lonely and single. Day Sum, a quiet and shy student, had a crush on an older student named Chen Yul. Her crush deepened and she couldn't deal with her longing anymore. She finally decided to write a letter to Chen Yul and wait at the pond. But her letter never made it to him. The letter passed through many hands, but somewhere down the line it got lost. Oh. Daesum had no idea what her letter was. Had no idea that her letter was never delivered, and waited for him all night at the pond's edge. This is why I don't trust people. Don't trust other people. Just don't. This wouldn't have happened. You could just give it to him directly. Don't try and give it to one person, so give it to another, and then back to him. See? Don't trust people. Ugh. The cold night spent by the pond caused her to come down with a serious fever. She had to miss school for quite some time. After Daesum narrowly recovered, she returned to school and was even quieter and more timid than before. Her friends tried as much as they could to console her, but she ended up transferring to a different school. Only a few days later that her body was found floating in the pond. It said that on a night with a waning moon, a ghost appears who silently looks in from outside the building. They see that a water-bloated ghost with eyes gleaming wildly underneath, dripping wet hair, searching for the boy who has the letter. Looks in from outside school. Is that the one from the window? The window that's on the second floor of the main building? Could be. We'll check the ghost collection out of this, of course. Because this video might be short for you guys, but it was over almost like 2 hours more just trying to record it itself. So much hiding, doing this, that, these puzzles. Had to do a whole entire puzzle of a globe just to try and find a ghost story. A globe. Of missing children. Jung Jae was heading home really late after a school club activity. He belonged to the mysterious research club. They collected and studied all kinds of rumors, myths, and urban legends. I kind of wish my school had something like that. The Mystery Research Club. That would be so much fun. That's my type of style. The collection was not only from their own school, but from every city around. Lately, he was working on sorting through contents for their sporadically published club magazine. At a busy time like this, the club president was nowhere to be seen. Due to his absence, Jung Jae, as vice president, had to do everything himself. That was the reason why he was heading home so late. Still preoccupied with his work, he was thinking about the magazine, even while he was crossing the bridge, just when somebody spoke to him. Hello, dear, I'd like to ask you something. Oh, is this the one from the third floor in the, other building? The one that just made my character stand still. Wait, let me finish reading first, then I'll make my guess. It was a kind of warm-looking grandma who approached. Her chignon hairstyle? I don't know what that hairstyle is. I'll look it up later. And her bent back reminded Jung Jae of his own grandma out in the countryside. Right before he was going to answer, he suddenly paused and wondered, why was this old lady at school at this late hour? In that moment, he recalled a ghost story that he had investigated a while back. The building of Y High School was erected in the occupation era and was used as a refugee camp during the Korean War. Sorry. In the refugee camp, there were lots of orphans who had lost their parents in the midst of war. Since the situation was so grim, no one really had the luxury of worrying about these kids. Then some grandma took these orphans under her wing and took care of them. The kids depended on her and got along with her well. The people didn't suspect anything of this grandma. Oh no, this grandma was a killer, wasn't she? Then one day, the grandma of the orphan suddenly disappeared. Nurses thought it was strange, but as if they had previously agreed, they kept silent about it. It was a time where such things happened. Stupid. People so stupid. A short while after that, a woman came to the camp. She was the mother of one of the orphans. The woman went through so much to find the whereabouts of her child. Finally, he had to reunite with him. When she heard of the disappearance of her child, she wailed with despair. The refugees who felt a little guilty about not having done anything about the disappearance of the orphans were finally moved to action by the woman's heart-wrenching cries. Why didn't you guys do it before? Idiots! Led by a former hunter, a few refugees decided to help the woman and search for the missing orphans. They followed the trail of the children up into the mountains. When they got halfway up, they found an old, run-down hut. They were greeted with the rotting stench of corpses inside the hut. Oh no. And found the hut full of small white bones, which seemed relatively fresh. Then I never found the old grandma. Ooh, Jung Jae couldn't figure out why he had suddenly remembered that ghost story. Feeling spooked, he kept his mouth shut. Maybe it was old traditional dress that the grandma was wearing? The old grandma, who was pressing on Jung Jae with her questions, slowly revealed herself, and her face twisted and turned into the face of a demon's. From her dark and empty eye sockets, red lights gleamed. She mumbled as she smacked her lips. So close, what a pity. Next thing you know, he was waking up at his desk. He must have fallen asleep while sorting out the materials. Still, it seemed all too real to be just a dream. On paper in front of him was a warning from the material he was reading right before he fell asleep. Never answer her questions. I think this was the ghost from that bridge area on the third floor, in that third building. The one who just suddenly causes the character to just stop moving. She did sound like an old lady, a grandma, my bad. Okay, 16. Tragedy brought by jealousy. Oh boy. Yeonju and Young-hee were best friends. being friends and... Oh my god, I just realized something. The thing has been frozen. This thing's been frozen since Sinker Pond. I'm mad. Give me a minute, guys. Well, I already read out the entire story of missing children, so hopefully I wasn't stuttering too bad, because I'm not about to reread that again. No. Okay. Tragedy brought by jealousy. Yeonju and Young-hee were best friends, being friends in childhood. Don't try to do this to me, capture card. Why does technology hate me right now? Why? Seriously. Okay, it's working. Good. They had no secrets between them. They spent so much time together that they could almost read each other's mind. When they entered high school, Yeonju developed a crush on a guy a year older than her. Yeonjun would always prattle on and on about him to Young-hee. Strangely, Young-hee's reaction to her close friend's biggest interest in life was rather icy. She only wished her a curt good luck, then be silent until a new subject arose. One day, Yeonju heard from another friend, that the guy she liked, I was looking at something, had feelings for Young-hee instead. Oh, turns out Young-hee and the boy went to the same church. Yeonjun wondered why Young-hee never mentioned that. It was weird. From that point on, Yeonjun was suspicious of every single thing Young-hee said or did. It seemed they go so far apart that they wouldn't even say hello to each other. Friendships can be like that sometimes. Sometime after, Yeonjun found Young-hee and the boy sitting on a bench innocently talking. Envy filled her eyes. That evening, Yeonjun called Young-hee up to the school's rooftop. Don't tell me she pushed her off the roof. They began to argue, but Young-hee kept on denying Yeonjun's accusations. The arguing got louder and more heated. Out of anger, Yeonjun pushed Young-hee off the rooftop. Young-hee fell down head first and died instantly without a sound. Yow! Yeonjun gave a false statement to police, and Young-hee's death was reported as a suicide. That's not gonna work. After some time passed, Yeonjun was able to go out with her crush. I saw that. Don't try to do that to me, capture card. I swear to God. Okay, make sure it's not froze. One day, she made plans with her boyfriend to get out on a date at school. They thought it'd be a great idea to meet up in the middle of the night. At school? These guys are such idiots. Just go to a fancy restaurant. Go to Olive Tree, Applebee's. Something that's not going to school in the middle of the night. Idiots. They thought it'd be a great idea to meet up in the middle of the night. That way they could stay out of the heat, and it seemed adventurous. Adventurous gonna lead y'all to your death. Yeonju arrived at the class first and was waiting in the empty classroom. Oh, you kidding me? Give me a minute, guys. There we go, seems to be working. When her boyfriend didn't show up after the promised time, she began to get scared. Suddenly, funk, funk, funk. She heard something echoing from the hallway. Then she could hear a door opening. Not here. It wasn't her boyfriend's voice. It was the raspy voice of a woman that sent shivers down her spine. Funk, funk, funk. The noise was getting louder and closer, until it was shaking the ground with every funk. Yeonju heard another door open. Not here either. Funk, 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 funk. The funking was getting closer to her now. Terrified, Yeonjun dove under the teacher's desk side. She was quaking in fear. The door to the classroom flew open. Yeonjun peeked at the door through a crack on the desk. There was nothing to be seen. Just when Yeonjun thought something must be wrong, an object fell to the desk. Yeonjun's eyes flew up to see what knocked it down. There you are, Yeonjun screamed so loud that her voice echoed throughout this whole school. Was it... what's her name? Young-hee? Was it Young-hee? Did she just suddenly appear out of nowhere and... kill her? Okay. How many more left? 3 more. Mystery in the dance studio. The dance department at Y High School was highly regarded for having produced a number of famous dancers. Many young talents hoping to be a future ballerina competed in Y High School's dance department. Out of these young talents, twin sisters named Yeon and Ye Ji appeared to be most promising. People speculated that they would grow up to become famous dancers and show the young sisters with compliments. Showered them with compliments. It was the young twin Ye Ji who received higher praise than her older sister. It was difficult to decide which of the twins was better in terms of physical condition and technique. But it was generally agreed that Ye Ji was better at expressing herself and that she could move people's hearts through her performance. At first, Ye Hyun didn't give much thought to the reviews. The same review kept repeating losing the lead role to her sister in multiple performances. It began to worry her and she became nervous. What did she do to her sister? In the meantime, wait a minute. Make sure it's not frozen. Excuse me. In the meantime, the talent show for the school was quickly approaching. The performance from Y High School's dance department was such a good opportunity to make yourself known to the public, since even the mass media took interest and covered it. Nobody takes any interest in my school. The fair doesn't even have a dance department. It doesn't really have many departments. I'm still jealous. Forming the main role in this show would be equivalent to making a debut in the world of dance. Jeez, that's a bit far-fetched. The school decided to hold an audition for the main role to allow a fair selection. It was the day before the audition. Ye-eun was pacing back and forth in the dance studio nervously, troubled by her thoughts. She believed that if Ye-ji were to take the leading role from her again, this time she would be doomed to live in Ye-ji's shadow for the rest of her life. After long deliberation, it seemed like she had come to a conclusion. She left the dance studio with an especially shiny pair of ballerina shoes. Next day, there was an accident during the audition. Ye-ji fell during her performance. Her foot was covered in blood sliced by broken glass. Her blood stained her ballerina shoes. Did she put broken glass in her shoes? Yow, that is messed up. Jeez, I thought she was just gonna push her down the stairs to break her leg. No, she put glass in her shoes. Ah. That. Ooh. God, that. Ugh. Ooh. In the end, Yeon was picked up to take the leading role. Yeon performed brilliantly and won hearts of many fans. The media reports stated that she was a new emerging genius and aired special coverage on her every day. She received scouting offers from famous ballet companies for after her graduation. In contrast, Yeji was in complete despair and was slowly withering away. Yeji repeatedly tried to practice before her wounds were healed, and it made her injury worse and worse. Eventually, her injury became so terrible that she died of infection. Mate, that's murder. You killed your sister. That's murder. Jeez, these ones are always so long. And are the best lungs. When the music stopped, Yeon took a break from her practice, sat down to wipe the sweat from her face. She was alone in the dance studio after all other students had gone home. Of course, Yeji would be here with her now she was alive. Now, if she was alive. For a moment, she thought about her sister. It gave her goosebumps, and she quickly pushed the thought away. She turned the music back on. Yeon got up and stood in front of the mirror, ready to resume her practice. She stopped when she noticed there was something off of her reflection. In the mirror, her ballerina shoes were stained red. Thought she quickly looked down to check on her shoes, but they were a clean white pair of ballerina shoes. Right at the moment she heard, "I've been copying you perfectly so far, sister. Now it's your turn. You copy me?" Yeon's reflection mirror, if you want about wordplay shoes, raised her hand slowly to grasp her neck. A full grin spread across her face. Mirror ghost. Have you met a mirror ghost? Wait, no, there was one. The one that looked just like our character, He-Man Lee. Could this be it? Maybe. We'll look through the collection course. The Mystery Biology Lab. This is about the mannequin. Oh my god, I hate that mannequin so much. There are so many rumors surrounding the biology lab. Most of them featured a walking mannequin or a scraping noise across the floor. Also, most of these rumors were based off the history of the school building. I wonder why. History of the school building goes all the way back to the occupation era. When was the occupation era? I'll look it up later. The building was used as a concentration camp for political prisoners. Some parts of the concentration camp were used by the occupying military to conduct horrendous experiments on human subjects. Human experiments, they never go right. Every single experiment that was conducted was evil and inhumane. The screams of these subjects filled the air around the clock. Students believed that the location of the biology lab used to be one of those human experimentation labs. So every time there was an accident in the biology lab, the student would always brought up the idea that to something with the curse of the human experiment victims who were killed there, or that their head research remained in the form of a ghost. Some even went on to say that the anatomy mannequin in the corner of the room was actually a corpse of the... If that type of rumor appears, get rid of the mannequin! Get rid of it! Get rid of it! However, the most famous rumor of them all was the imprisonment accident. Dee didn't get very good grades, but he was especially interested in science and he worked very hard in his studies. The science teacher took pity on him and recommended Dee to be the school's representative for a science contest. Dee saw it as a great opportunity for him and study even harder, which the teacher permitted he stay behind every day after school ended to study more and prepare himself for the contest. Area which he spent the greatest amount of effort on was the human anatomy composition. He studied the anatomy mannequin on a daily basis. A few days later, before the science contest, Dee, who was studying alone in the biology lab, was so exhausted that he fell asleep. Oh no. When he was so exhausted, when he woke up, it was dark and the lights had been turned off. Tried to turn the light back on, but it didn't work, and the door seemed to be locked from outside. He had no choice but to stay in the dark biology lab and spend the night there. He usually never bothered to think about rumors, but his current situation triggered his memory to play all these scary stories he had heard. Jeez, so much reading. Oh, I'm out of breath. The more he tried to not think about them, the stronger they came to his mind. Dee was becoming more afraid with each passing second. He was especially afraid of the anatomy mannequin in the dark. His heartbeat was raised as it was becoming hard for him to breathe. He associated with decided like the alcohol lamp. I tried running to be exhausted and then lighting the lamp, but it still didn't do anything for me. The anatomy mannequin suddenly came alive. A wave started flame brought its flickering light to the room. The anatomy mannequin suddenly came alive and slowly started to move towards Dee. The next morning, Dee was found dead in the biology lab. Cause of death was reported as a heart attack. What was failed to be explained was that his nails were ripped from their beds, and on the biology lab doors were scratch marks of trails of blood and words scrawling in blood that read "Anatomy mannequin." When something like that happens, get rid of the mannequin! Why is the school so stupid about this stuff? Fill up the pond, get rid of it, get rid of the mannequin, just... Last one, kid in the corner. So he had always been terrified of bugs, who isn't? Ever since she was young, she especially found spiders and most repulsive of all. Who doesn't? Spiders. No, I don't do spiders, no. I don't do spiders. Her school, Y High School, was an old building. Why is it always Y High School? This high school. That was built at the base of a mountain, so naturally there were lots of bugs and spiders. Nope, I wouldn't go there. She was always very stressed because of this. That's why she was so happy to begin her senior year. Unlike the first 2 years, her classroom this year was located in a new building. Since it's new, she expected there to be no bugs, and that she would be able to attend her classes carefree. On the first day, there was a strange girl in her class. They gave her creeps because her long hair covered most of her face. So he could not recall ever seeing her at the school before. The weird girl's face was so unfamiliar it made her doubt if she was really a student at the school. She always sat in a corner away from others and hardly ever moved. She wouldn't even get up during breaks or lunchtime. For some reason, So he couldn't help but be bothered by her. One hot day, unable to concentrate in class, So he snuck a glance at the weird girl. What she saw was completely shocking. The girl was chewing on a moth. Huh? That's creepy. So he turned to look at the bug-eating girl again, but this time she saw nothing out of the ordinary. So he must have thought that she's been seeing things because of the blazing hot day. Makes sense. The girl sent So he a knowing smirk. It creeped her out so much that she became terrified. After that, the creepy girl stopped coming to school, so he was bothered by her sudden disappearance at first. As time passed on, in peace, she forgot about her. One day, while on her way home, Suhi realized that she left something at school, so she went back to get it. Just before the school was filled with the sounds of students leaving. Now it was quiet as a grave. But now it was quiet as a grave? Seriously, don't say that. Suhi entered the classroom, turned on the light. There's nothing but empty desks and chairs. This as it should be. Suhi went to her desk to retrieve what she forgot, where she spied something black swaying in the back of the classroom. At a corner eye, Suhi squinted to take a close look at what was hanging. When she realized what she was looking at, she froze. She so raised her eyes. She could follow the long current of black hair to the body of a creepy girl who had disappeared. The girl was clinging to the ceiling. She's the one from the third building who clings onto the ceilings. She's the crawler. The one who's just like crawling on the ceiling, like she's a weird Spider-Man. The girl was clinging to the ceilings, her limbs twisted at inhumane angles. Yeah, she looked like a spider perched in its web, preparing to pounce on its prey. Spying Suhi, the spider girl scuttled quickly across the ceiling towards the petrified Suhi. The girl's long black hair shot out like a spider, wrapping around Suhi, pulling her up. The lights flickered twice, and the classroom went dark. One long, terrified echo through the hall before it was abruptly cut off. No one ever saw Suhi again. After that day, the spiders. I just realized the thing was been frozen the whole time again. The spiders I used to hang in the corner of the room was missing too. The thing has been frozen since the mystery in the biology lab again. Are you... Give me a minute. There we go. I don't know why it always freezes. Okay, so that's the last of the book. So the last thing to do would be to check the sorry, I had to stretch out my leg there. Would be to check out the ghost collection. See if any of these stories match up with any ghosts we've seen so far, because we've seen a lot. How many have we seen now? 17! Oh, we're missing 3 ghosts and 12 ghost stories. Okay, so we're missing 8 stories. That's a lot. Still don't know you. You still confuse me a lot. Who are you? Are you the girl who was lying on the floor? I think you're the one who was lying on the floor. Girl outside the window. Okay, yeah, you're the one who... Yep, the pond. They should have just filled in the pond. You're the one who's in the cafeteria. You're the one in the music appreciation room. I read about you in the library. Sorry if I just heard something. The me in the mirror. Yeah, it is about the twin sisters. Okay. Girl became spider. Face filled with hatred. Oh, okay, the jealousy one. Okay, that's what you are. Living mannequin. Still don't have his encounter yet, which I'm mad about. And we're missing 2 ghosts. One of these is probably the creatures in the pool, and I don't know who the last ghost is. The grandmother ghost. Okay, the one about the missing children. Okay, well. This thing's been frozen the entire... Give me a minute. I'll show you guys again, because that's starting to get annoying. She's probably the ghost that was laying on the floor. Girl outside the window. Yeah, that's the one with the pond. Me in the mirror, that one's about the twin sisters. Okay, that don't make sense. We already know. Kid in the corner. This one was the one about the jealousy. So when she went head first, it snapped her neck like that. Okay, that makes sense now. Living mannequin story. And of course, the grandmother ghost. So all I need to do is get the encounter from the mannequin, which I still don't know why it's not working for me. I think the other ghost is probably the one that's inside the pool. I guess after that would be... I don't know who the last ghost would be. Or where these other stories are. The last ones I need are for her, giant baby, her, and her. I especially want to know where her story is, because... if she's a corridor, like the one in the hall that goes from the hallway to scratch marks and is singing, then that's kind of lame. I mean, she has a tail. What kind of spirit is she? Did I just say spirit? I mean ghost. Spirit ghosts, aren't they the kind of same? I don't know if they are. This kind of mythology. Why does she have a tail? Is she like a cat ghost or something? I mean, it looks like she has ears like a cat. It's hard to tell though. They look pointy, so... oh no, I'm just gonna say cat ghost. I would explain the claw mark, so cat ghost. That's the best guess I got. I did find one thing that was kind of weird while I was searching. I found a figurine of who I think is, So Young? So Young, is that it? So Young's the one human laser has a crutch on. Sunga is the one who hates us, and Jihyun is the one who, doesn't trust us. Those are the only other human characters besides the janitors we met. No, there was a teacher guy, that weird teacher guy who gave us the key card. I don't know what was up with him. I'm curious to know more about him though. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have any gaming recommendations at all, do leave the comments down below. But until then, I'll see you guys next video. Stay awesome. And once again, I'm sorry that my capture card hates me.